Nigeria today, we are let's meet them. It's always amazing when we get to celebrate ingenuity, creativity in Nigeria. And it's that time I put two interesting, incredible personalities on the spotlight. Now, they have everything to do with jewelry, talking about made in Nigeria jewelry, and you'll be so amazed at the discovery we're about to let you into. Let's start by welcoming Amina Lotana Egwatu. She's into handmade gemstones, fine jewelry, and into manufacturing of jewelry. I didn't know we do that in Nigeria.
We do.
Welcome to
Thank
today's
you.
style.
Thank you.
And also joining her is an online retailer promoter for everything made in Nigeria when we talk about jewelry, gemstones, the beautiful Jummai Mohammed Oluyede. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And lovely pearls you have there.
Thank you.
Amina, you're doing an amazing job. You know, I'm just wondering how, at your discovery, how did you discover that you could do this?
For me, it started with the discovery of gemstones in Nigeria. I never knew we had gemstones here. So discovering that kind of like motivated me to start making things with them. I didn't know that I could make jewelry here, but by the time I started researching, I went to several schools, and then I learned we could actually do it here, and we had all the raw materials to make like a basic engagement ring or bracelet and things like that. And from then, like I've been making jewelry, and my designs have been evolving, you know, finding new gemstones, finding new ways to make things. So,
Like the one you're wearing, is that a wedding band?
it's not my wedding band,
Okay.
but I made
Can you
this.
point it? Let's see.
Yeah, I made this. That's why I'm actually wearing it, so you can see. This is a wedding ring set, a Nigerian white topaz set in gold.
Beautiful. So now, this is where we get to Jummai. This is your job. What you do basically is promote made in Nigeria gemstones and jewelry, and you're doing it so well, you know, with your online retail shop. Now, how did you start?
One of the key things that the store aims to promote is integrity, because we have a lot of people who sell jewelry and people who buy jewelry in Nigeria, but they're foreign goods, first of all, and then secondly, you can't tell whether they're selling gold to you or they're selling costume to you. So we decided to start an online jewelry store. And also, we felt it was important to promote Nigerian jewelers. It was during this business and going around, I realized that, wow, there was quite a few Nigerian jewelers out there doing wonderful and amazing things like Amina here, a handful of them. And I decided it was important for people to know that this can be done here.
Now, Amina, how do you source your material in terms of innovation, expertise? What do you look out for?
So sourcing my raw materials for the gemstones, I am GIA trained. I'm trained with GIA to identify gemstones. So
When you say GIA?
Gemological Institute of America. Me sourcing for stones is it's easy for me because I know which, you know, the value of what I'm getting and then what to pay for what. Then cutting and polishing, there are different techniques. There's cabochon, there's faceting, there's carving, there's beads, gemstone beads. So by looking at the stone, I can determine what process or what method to use to process the stone. For the gold, is kind of it's easier. Gold is gold.
Yes.
Yes, gold is gold. Silver is silver. So it's easier to work with metals than gemstones. You have to be more careful. So I always tell people, like, if you're going into the gem and jewelry business, it's just good for you to have a basic gem identification skill, so you're able to, so you don't get burnt. Yeah.
And I know it's just a few of you in Nigeria, because
Yeah.
people haven't really explored that angle, you know, that we have so much to give out.
Yeah.
Now, was it challenging for you when you started? Because now you're doing fantastically well.
Well, yeah, it's still a challenge, to be honest. I mean, like she mentioned, not too many people know that we even have these things here. So it's hard to get people to buy. Initially, when I started, I found that I had to like convince everybody and tell them these are not beads, these are actually stones from the ground. We don't really have that culture here in Nigeria. We don't have that culture of buying gemstones or buying, so it's a bit difficult. And I'm sure, and there's a lot of things. I mean, access to finance. We don't have skills. We don't have enough people with the skills.
Why a lot of people go out there is because of the qualities. Now, Juma, in terms of exploring these gemstones, how do you tell which is of good quality and which is not?
Like she says, skill is a problem. So I have to train my people on the type of jewelry, what type of material they're being used. Is it gemstone? Because you'll be amazed that a lot of people still don't know.
No compromise.
No.
Okay.
None at all. We have amazing jewelers. When you talk about quality,
Is it easy actually to tell the difference? Because it's difficult.
well, I mean, it's difficult to tell. The most important thing is that you know that, okay, this is made in Nigeria by a Nigerian jewelry designer. So let people begin to know them, just like people know Polo or people know different brands.
True.
People know Tiffany and Co. It doesn't take, so that they begin to know Nigerian and African jewelry designers and what they can do.
I mean, how do you just tell this will come out well?
The gemstones inspire me, and then I also get inspired by nature and Africa, like the colors, the people, the land is just very vibrant, and then that inspires me as well. Then with the processing and everything, I have tools that I work with. I mean, most of what I do is handmade, but I have some tools that I use to help me with certain things, with finishing, so we can actually compete with what's in the global market.
So let's explore this raw material you have here.
Yeah.
So explain, because I'm lost.
Yeah, okay, let me start with something that is, so this is easy because there's a finished product here.
Okay.
So this is a rose quartz stone from Bauchi State in Nigeria here. And this is the rock form. This is how it was mined from the ground. And then we converted this here. We cut the stone and polished them. Maybe you will see some of the machines behind the faceting machines.
And that's the outcome.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is rose quartz. These are some beads made from this, and then these are faceted stones. This is chrysoprase, and this is actually cabochon quality. So cabochon in the sense that the technique of processing is slightly different from the faceted stones you've seen there.
So
This-
now you get this out of this.
Yeah, so let me show
From
you.
the raw,
Yes.
this is the finished.
These are finished products. So this is cut and polished amethyst. So this is from this to that.
Beautiful. You know, it's so amazing that we have all of this in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to believe.
Yeah, we
You know,
do.
and then this one is the same with the.
These are all amethyst. These are all amethyst crystals. Yeah.
We are blessed, and you are harnessing the blessings really good.
We have sapphires from Mambila. Yeah, this is a sapphire capuchin.
You know, because you're the expert, you could just tell the difference. For me,
Yeah.
everything here is looking the same. But you obviously don't go doing the digging, I know. You do.
No, I don't go digging,
Okay.
but I go to the mining site sometimes,
Okay.
just for fun. I love adventure, so I go there. Sometimes I buy the stones even there.
Okay, but are you working closely with the Ministry of Mines and Steel?
Yeah, well, we're working closely on this platform that we're trying to create.
Okay, tell us about it.
It's called the African Gem and Jewelry Exhibition and Seminar. Basically, it's a platform where we have seen the need to bring all the people that are in this industry together, because we know that we can't, if we plan on growing this industry, we can't do so in silos. We actually have to all come together and push it. So we're bringing people from the miners, the artisanal miners that mine the gemstones, to the people that process the stones, to the people that cut and polish the stones, to the jewelers. So the whole value chain, we're bringing everybody together. And the idea is to attract people, first of all, create awareness. We have these things in Nigeria. We have gemstones that are being cited in journals that people don't know about. We're not listed in the world market. What's happening now is people are coming and taking the stones and branding them.
And turning it back to Nigeria.
What's even more painful is they're taking them and branding them as, for example, the sapphires in Mambila, they're being branded as Kashmir sapphires or Ceylon sapphires, but they're from Nigeria. So we actually have to change that. The world has to see us as people that yes, we are producing the stones, but we are also serious about them as well.
Jummai, I know you have a lot to do with the exhibition too.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us about it.
We have a lot of industry expertise, a lot of industry people coming together as one to try and promote this industry. This is an extremely important industry. As you know, this is on the agenda of the president. People are always afraid that, oh my goodness, gemstones is too expensive. You'd be surprised.
Really? I mean, is it expensive? Is it based on the quality or what?
The cheap gemstones, the expensive gemstones, is based on the clarity, the color, the rareness. There's so many things you use to value the gemstones. So you can have gemstones for as cheap as 500 per carat to as expensive as $5,000 per carat.
Okay, and I know, Jummai, if we talk about variety, we have that in Nigeria. And that's just a leading example. But would you say we've really explored, the potentials therein?
This is a journey.
We definitely started the process.
Yes, but we started the process of awareness. We started the process of pushing this out, of
Research.
Yes, of research, of letting people understand. You and I, you'll be surprised that there's some students who want to study this. Gemology Institute of Nigeria, which is already established, and very soon they're going to start training people. They already trained some people in Jos already.
The Institute of Mining and Geoscience.
Yes.
Gemstones is something a lot of women would love to have.
We just love
It is. We love jewelry.
It's a must-have. And so what are your projections if we talk gemstones, beads and jewelry in Nigeria?
It's almost sad that Nigerian women have to wear plastic when considering the potential of the gemstones we have in this country, considering the reserves we have, considering what we have.
Yeah.
It's almost sad that we have to pay so much for all these Chinese products. So that's what we're trying to change. You can buy gemstone jewelry made in Nigeria and it will compete with whatever you have elsewhere, Dubai, US, Asia, wherever. I'm looking at a Nigeria where more women wear Nigerian gemstones.
And men. And men? Yes, because you can make cufflinks. She has cufflinks as well. Yeah, cufflinks and things.
Male jewelry as well.
Yes.
Some men wear necklaces. Some men wear earrings.
Okay, so Jummai, what's your vision? What are you saying?
A real buzz about Nigerian and African dwellers and gem dealers. We have other women, you wouldn't believe it. Like this is what we're wearing is called Ushafa beads. It's there are people in Ushafa, which is in Buari, and they make this from clay, Nigerian clay. So we're both beautiful.
So yeah,
Okay, so you have two, you have one. Can I have
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Thank you.
So the Ushafa women, it's amazing what these people are coming up with. They use clay to make jewelry, and they have neck pieces, they have earrings as well, all made with clay.
We need the world to see what we Nigerians can do.
Yeah.
We have wonderful
I
things.
really do wish we can continue with this conversation. It's getting interesting. I have to let you girls go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Amina, we're so proud of you. Keep up the good work, girl.
Thank you.
Well done. And also, Jummai Mohammed Oluyede,
Yes.
she's promoting the Made in Nigeria brand. Thank you so much. Keep
Thank
up the
you.
good work and keep putting us out there, in the world map. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Amina Lotana Egwatu.
you.
She's
Thank you
into
for having
homemade gemstone fine jewelry. Anything you want from the start, to the finish, she's into it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we've been exploring their world, talking about everything gemstones, jewelry made in Nigeria. All right, let's go on a break. And when we come back to this, we'll certainly continue. The international gemstone trade is a multi-billion-dollar trade, and I believe with the likes of Amina and Jummai, who believes in the future of the industry, the potential is indeed vast. It's a huge market. And talking about market, the AGES 2017 was held recently in Abuja. That's African Gems and Jewelry Exhibition and Seminar, from mines to market. It was an eye-opener. Let's see how it went down.
There are little gems all around us that can hold glimmers of inspiration. Rochelle Mead. Gemstones are one of the oldest businesses in the world. They don't depreciate in value, which is why the business remains very successful. But not a success story for Nigeria in terms of exploration and harnessing this lucrative sector. In view of this, the African Gemstones and Jewelry Exhibition and Seminar AGIS 2017 took place in Abuja recently. A two-day exhibition that had jewelers, miners from different parts of the country. The complete value chain of the gemstones jewelry space, from the miners to the gem dealers, manufacturers and the consumers. The event was put together by Mina Stones and Stratesia Jewelry in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, an avenue to explore the Nigerian gemstone and jewelry market with the theme Nigeria Gemstones, Mines to Market, to harness ways to drive the sector to the next level. According to NATI's audit findings, solid mineral deposits are spread all over Nigeria. Nature's gift to man, from sapphire, aquamarine, emerald, tourmaline, ruby, garnet, topaz, moonstone, onyx, opal, amongst others. Some of the exhibitors spoke on the variety on display.
In terms of the commercial value of our gemstones and all, because we just see these things and we don't know where they come from. The processing of these stones is not very, very popular. Just a select few are into it. I know there's so many more things that we could do rather than just mining and then exporting. We can do a lot with it right here.
It's durable, it lasts longer, it's heavy. You understand? It doesn't wear out or get caught by anything. In fact, the durability is just the basic fact of the stone because it's made of natural stone. But we also have plastic that are lighter in color. If you press heavy weight on it, it can break. Yes, if you look at this show glass, you find different kinds of stone beads, but the affordability is also another point we want to bring to bear. A common man on the street may not afford stone because it's very, very expensive because of the quality and the durability.
Nigeria is rich in gemstones, so we're here to close that gap so that people like us can meet gemstone dealers. This should be one of the main sources of revenue for Nigeria, but we're obviously not leveraging on that. But that's why this initiative is such an amazing one.
God has blessed this country so much. Out of 100%, we have not done with even 10% of what God has deposited in Nigeria. Sometimes, in the process of digging a particular mill, we may be digging this, and we'll see other minerals that we never expect. We will throw them away. Sometimes they will come back and say, those that we threw away, they are more expensive than the one that we are doing. These are raw materials. The one from the ground, straight, rough one. After getting all this rough one, we have cutters. Before, we don't cut here in Nigeria, but we have cutters now. That these are the ones that we have cut. You can see the rough one. You can see the rough one and the cut one. You can see the difference. Sometimes we export these things. Sometimes we travel out there and sell it. But thank God, the ministry is really encouraging us. Things are changing now.
Despite the potential, there has been loss of revenue as gemstones worth $3 billion are annually exported from Nigeria illegally. Experts have also attributed lack of required efforts to
Nigeria today. We are Let's meet them. It's always amazing when we get to celebrate ingenuity, creativity in Nigeria. And it's that time I put two interesting, incredible personalities on the spotlight. Now, they have everything to do with jewelry, talking about made in Nigeria jewelry, and you'll be so amazed at the discovery we're about to let you into. Let's start by welcoming Amina Lotana Egwatu. She's into handmade gemstones, fine jewelry, and into manufacturing of jewelry. I didn't know we do that in Nigeria.
We do.
Welcome
Thank
to today's
you.
style.
Thank you.
And also joining her is an online retailer promoter for everything made in Nigeria when we talk about jewelry, gemstones, the beautiful Jummai Mohammed Oluyede. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nigeria today, we're Nigeria today, we're let's meet them.
It's always amazing when we get to celebrate ingenuity, creativity in Nigeria. And it's that time I put two interesting, incredible personalities on the spotlight. Now, they have everything to do with jewelry, talking about made in Nigeria jewelry, and you'll be so amazed at the discovery we're about to let you into. Let's start by welcoming Amina Lotana Egwatu. She's into handmade gemstones, fine jewelry, and into manufacturing of jewelry. I didn't know we do that in Nigeria.
We do.
Welcome
Thank
to today's
you.
style.
Thank you.
And also joining her is an online retailer promoter for everything made in Nigeria when we talk about jewelry, gemstones, the beautiful Jummai Mohammed Oluyede. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And lovely pearls you have there.
Thank you.
Amina, you're doing an amazing job. You know, I'm just wondering how, at your discovery, how did you discover that you could do this?
For me, it started with the discovery of gemstones in Nigeria. I never knew we had gemstones here. So discovering that kind of like motivated me to start making things with them. I didn't know that I could make jewelry here, but by the time I started researching, I went to several schools, and then I learned we could actually do it here, and we had all the raw materials to make like a basic engagement ring or bracelet and things like that. And from then, like I've been making jewelry, and my designs have been evolving, you know, finding new gemstones, finding new ways to make things. So,
Like the one you're wearing, is that a wedding band?
it's not my wedding band, but
Okay.
I made
Can you
this.
point it? Let's see.
Yeah, I made this. That's why I'm actually wearing it, so you can see. This is a wedding ring set, a Nigerian white topaz set in gold.
Beautiful. So now, this is where we get to Jummai. This is your job.
What you do basically is promote made in Nigeria gemstones and jewelry, and you're doing it so well, you know, with your online retail shop. Now, how did you start?
One of the key things that the store aims to promote is integrity, because we have a lot of people who sell jewelry and people who buy jewelry in Nigeria, but they're foreign goods, first of all, and then secondly, you can't tell whether they're selling gold to you or they're selling costume to you. So we decided to start an online jewelry store. And also, we felt it was important to promote Nigerian jewelers. It was during this business and going around, I realized that, wow, there was quite a few Nigerian jewelers out there doing wonderful and amazing things like Amina here, a handful of them. And I decided it was important for people to know that this can be done here.
Now, Amina, how do you source your material in terms of innovation, expertise? What do you look out for?
So sourcing my raw materials for the gemstones, I am GIA trained. I'm trained with GIA to identify
in the
gemstones.
exhibition and even in the fashion show. Everybody wants to wear made in Nigeria. If we produce it well, trust me, with time, the value, I'm not saying the value of gold will drop, but people will have competition with other products. And this is the starting point for us.
And she keeps wanting baby girl, I know what I did. You ain't gotta run the amount, so run the amount. Baby, I say run the amount. Let me know how you really feel. So run the amount. You know I got a special spot to help you remember me. And every time you leave this spot, you know
I mean, gemstone is fashion. Fashion is gemstone, and ladies love precious stones. I mean, so, and you know, it's all about lifestyle, which we're trying to portray, and we had different people from all parts of the world coming through. We're out there, you know, our product, our gemstones have sold there. Our fashion too, we have a lot of fashion designers that are not even in Nigeria that are doing great.
Oh well, so much to harness and explore here in Nigeria. And if you still haven't discovered yourself, the world is waiting for you. That's the show for today. Thank you so much for being part of it. We'll see you next week. Take care of you, but remember to keep that smile burning because that's your style. My name is Ruth Aguele. Bye-bye.
Chief. Good morning, sir. You're here already?
No. Now my spirit day here. My body day for house. What kind of question is that? Were you not the one that fixed this meeting for 8 a.m.? You are now coming by 10 a.m. and start asking me jam questions.
But Chief, now, I'm sorry. Don't you also go late for meetings sometimes? You know now, African time.
No more African time. And no more pancaking of face during office hours. At the end of the day, we will lose valuable time. We will not make progress. If we want to move this nation forward, we must treat business as business and respect time. Change begins with me.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. Can we go for the meeting now, Chief?
Better.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.